hold on a second. Hold on.
All right, now what? What are you saying?
The
Play
song you played two
Buddy again,
songs
bro.
ago.
Huh?
He wants you to play "God Is My Buddy" again.
Who?
Me,
Right.
me, 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 and Levi are right here. We want to hear.
Oh,
We
I.
want to cleanse our soul again.
We want to cleanse our souls.
Yeah.
again.
Listen, Dre. Listen, bro. Dre still thinks that he wants to start the show off on a good report with God, bro. Okay. He said that the screaming emo slash rock slash whatever you want to call it, it allows the demon presence to come because it's the screaming of they're basically the song speaking in tongues. There's no.
Oh, bro, just say 12 Hail Marys then. You'll be good.
Yeah, that's it.
Listen, your shirt even started the
Huh?
issue that Miriam had when she went against Moshe.
My shirt, what?
Hold on, let me change.
Oh.
Okay, now 12 Hail Marys. Did I say 12 before? Now 50. 50 Hail Marys.
I said even your shirt got white spots like Miriam when you played that song.
It started growing leprosy.
Take her out of the camp. Lord, can you bring her back in the camp? Absolutely not.
I wish Dre was 100% American, bro. I wish. You can't have everything. I wish he was 100% American, bro. He's 99. He's 99%. Huh?
Listen, my dad loves that kind of music.
Does he really?
Loves it.
Does he really?
Absolutely.
No, he doesn't, bro. Stop lying, bro.
Lord, no way.
Bro, 100%.
All right. I tell you what. If your dad, listen. If your dad likes that kind of music, tell him, Dad, I need a favor. I want you to hear every one of these songs on this album, and I want you to be honest. Which one's your favorite? And I want to know.
Yeah, I'll 100%. He loves this.
Tell him. Just say, Dad.
Fact, I know people probably think that, you're going to hell for this, but my mom does for sure. We got in trouble. Me and my brother got in big trouble for this because we saw some old school Pink Floyd vinyls unopened, and we bought them for him for like Father's Day last year, not this year, last year. And my dad wrapped them up in like bed sheets and hid them in the closet. Like my mom's like can't see them because she'll burn them.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't know Pink Floyd. That's not really this kind of music though. But I mean, it's still more. It's more in that genre though. So I can't knock you for that. Yeah,
it's definitely closer.
Oh yeah, yeah. So why don't you tell your dad, say, hey, Pop, I want you to hear when you got time, because the whole album is only like 30 minutes. I didn't make it real long. I did it on purpose. To me, this is not, it's not praise and worship song. It's not praise and worship. You can still kind of praise God in it, but to me, it's not. But the praise and worship music I'll always make them suckers like 5 minutes long. I'll make a lot of them short, but there'll always be a few. I don't know. Maybe I think the next album may be a full praise and worship because I haven't made one of them yet. Let me see. Yeah. All right. Where are we at, man? Dre, what you got on? What's up with the fuel prices, man? Real quick.
Let me check.
We got everybody lying about these fuel prices.
They going down in Florida. They going down in
going
Florida.
Up over here, man. 330.
On a different current event before we get into the gas prices. Did you guys see the two earthquakes that hit Venezuela?
No.
Completely destroyed the country.
Yeah, that's terrible.
What do you mean it completely destroyed the country?
Well, like the infrastructure right now is completely damaged. There's like, depending on for some reason this thing's tripping, bro. Oh, there we go. Yeah, like there was two earthquakes that hit like basically side by side in the middle of the country. One of them was 7.1 on the Richter scale. The other one was 7.5. And I mean, the death toll is just climbing every single day. There's so many people that are still trapped.
What's the death toll right now?
Man, last time people were saying between like, 1,000 to 100,000. They don't have an actual number right now, like, because the country is jacked up to begin with. So I know for a fact there's at least 1,000 dead so far, and we're talking about that's like the most weakest count you could probably think of.
Yeah, you're saying confirmed, and that confirmation number was given how long after the earthquake?
Like a couple hours.
Oh yeah, there's probably 10,000 people dead. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's going to be more like 100,000 to be honest with you, because in one city alone, 13 residential buildings went down. That's just one of the cities.
Yeah.
In Caracas, like the capital. Yeah, in Caracas, it's all destroyed. And when you're talking about, for example, in like the airport, the main airport in the capital, the runway is completely split. Like there is no coming in, no coming out. There's videos of the airport just completely collapsing. It's incredible, bro. It's incredible the amount of damage that's happened out there.
And now that president that we took out of there, he's like, ah.
Well, there was fishermen that were government. There was fishermen that were out and they were recording like when it happened. They didn't know what it was, and you could just see the water, the ocean just sucked the water in, and they thought it was a tsunami coming, which is exactly what it is. Yeah, it's a tsunami. Ooh. But my family's good, thank God. Oh Hashem, they're all good. So I for a second there I thought we lost a good portion of our family because they weren't answering the phones, and it was all happening in Caracas. So we thought for sure it was a done deal, but no, they're good. Yeah, my grandma's actually coming back to America.
Yeah, you find 1,000 unalive people in a couple of hours. Oh, bro. Yeah, that's a couple of hours.
Yeah, the videos are incredible, bro. Like,
really?
I saw a video of this guy. He's like talking to his wife, children, and nephew through like a hole in the ground. They're buried. And and like here in America, houses and stuff like that, a lot of times they're built with concrete on the outside, and the inside it's all drywall.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Over there, everything is concrete. Walls, everything is built on concrete, bricks, everything. So there is no, if something collapses on you, it's bro, you need Samson. You hear me? Like you need somebody to come out there with a machine to move that stuff, because there ain't no moving rubble out the way and drywall piece by piece. No. This is like tons and tons of concrete on top of these people that unfortunately, more likely than not, they're gonna die. It's just unfortunate, but that's kind of how it is. And then the stench that's gonna come from that, from weeks and weeks and weeks of bodies decaying without the.
How long did it last? Like how long did that shake happen, or what? Do they know?
I think it was a couple minutes each. So they thought it was like a aftershock. It wasn't an aftershock. It was two different 7-point plus things that hit. So
2 minutes. That's a long time, bro.
Yeah, it was something crazy. Yeah. I've seen videos. There's a lot of videos out there. People, home cameras that are recording, and like you can literally see the building sway at least a foot, bro. Oof. At least a foot. My auntie, one of her buildings, thank God nobody was in the elevator. The thing that holds it up at the very top of the building, like that concrete, it's a metal plate basically that's connected to the concrete that holds the elevator up. That whole thing collapsed, went straight down. She said she heard the biggest boom. She thought it was over. She thought it was Allah Akbar.
Yeah,
but it wasn't.
I bet. Look at CJ. Hey, look. This is how I know CJ still got that. He still got that mega church, non-denominational. Look, he said we could talk about earth shaking. That's what they do at the churches. Like something like that happens, and they go, "Oh, well, in the Bible it said," and they'll talk about it for 2 Sundays.
Oh, there's a video going around there. I guess it was a preacher some time ago. I don't know how many years ago, but he was like, "There's gonna be a massive earthquake in Venezuela because of the idolatry." and then it happens. A lot of people are reposting it. But it's funny though. During the earthquake, there was like a group of, they're called, you know what Santeria is? Like they were doing Santeria. They were doing like there was a festival of San Juan, and they're all there playing the African drums and and the earthquake happens. You see all of them running, screaming Jesus all of a sudden. Funny, funny.
Yeah, yeah. Anytime somebody makes those kind of predictions or whatever, and they happen, and then all of a sudden they become like overnight prophet. But
watch this. I prophesy that there's going to be a tornado in the next year in America.
No, just say Texas. Just say Texas, bro. There's going to be a tornado. Where? Texas. Hold on. It may not be in Dallas, but it's somewhere along that line. Wow, how did he ever know that? It's kind of like, they're like, Donald Trump's the Antichrist. Really? Yes, hold on. Because he's going to go to war with Iran. And then you go to the videos in 1980s and 90s. He's like, Iran just needs to be obliterated off the, oh, wow. We never knew that he didn't like what's going on in Iran. Man, get out of here.
It's like prophesying over California. Like I prophesy there's going to be an earthquake in California because of the LGBTQ movements and the pride parades, and it's going to happen because of it.
They're going to get one. They're going to get one. Come on, they're going to get. Hey, but when was the last time though that they had like a earthquake that size in Venezuela?
I think it was like 50 years or something like that.
Oh, it's been 50 years? Yeah, that's a big. Yeah. 50. Yeah. It's a Pentecost, a third Pentecost.
Oh, yeah.
It's all coming together now.
It's all coming together.
The earth didn't split and swallow up all the Santeros like Korath.
No.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm going to check some of those videos out. If you see one that's pretty wild, send it to me. I haven't seen nothing.
Oh, yeah.
When did it happen? When did you say that happened? Yesterday?
2 days ago.
2 days. Okay, yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
Yeah. So the America soccer team, are they 3-3? What's their record right now?
I think they've won all their games.
Oh,
I don't know. I didn't see last night if they won. Did they win last night?
They lost last night, but it didn't matter. They had already been guaranteed to move on to the next round.
Well, they're 2-1.
Okay. 2-1. Okay.
Yeah, because it goes by their groupings. So like America's in a really soft group, so they were bound to make it out of that group. The next group is where it gets serious.
When it gets hard.
That's what you get. Yeah, that's where you get rid of like the Hades of the world.
That's when you get that's when you might have to face Messi.
Yeah, exactly. Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar played for a little bit, even though he's still injured. I don't know why. Well, I guess it's just morale, I guess. But yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, I wanted to ask you, what was this communist thing that we put in the chat? Somebody put in the chat in our text messages about Trump saying the communists did something, now he's going to get them, but I didn't understand the context of that. Can anybody explain what that was all about?
Yeah, I don't. Who put it in there? Who was that?
I think it was Mike.
DJ or Bill or Mike.
Whoa. No, I did not.
Look, Christian just said it was Trot, Dre, Bill, Mike, or Hulk, or it was one of the guys.
Yeah, it was one of the ones in the chat.
Except him.
Yeah. It wasn't me. Somebody. It was Nina.
Yeah, it was me and y'all in the chat. It was me.
It was Nina. Nina.
Let me check the national gas price.
It actually was Nina.
Second.
Are you calling me a boy? Because it's a boys only club. So what are you saying, Christian?
What do you say?
I'm saying that we're equal in the eyes of the Lord.
Well, why am I not?
There is no male nor female.
Nor female.
Then why aren't I in
There's no
that
Jew or
chat?
Gentile either.
National gas price is $3.90, and it dropped 50+ cents since last month.
I told y'all.
And
Florida.
wait. Last month it was 430 something.
Yeah, remember? Yeah.
I can't remember. But
it was in the fours.
All right, so tell me again. It dropped how much since last month?
50
cents.
59 cents, almost 60 cents.
Yeah. So I don't know. Listen, guys, I don't know. Listen. your politicians in your area are lying to you. This has been proven. These are facts, guys. Barrel of oil is around $70. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you need to go look this up. Excuse me. You need to go look this up. What was the highest it was under Biden per barrel, Dre, when Biden was in?
Oh, brother, let me go look. You want per barrel or per gallon?
Yeah, no, per barrel.
All right.
Because this is what people need to be. It's not, guys. Don't look at your gas station and look at how much it is to figure out how much oil is actually costing, because your government officials are making it those numbers, okay? Unless they're being honest, like where I'm at, they're being completely honest, and gas is already $2 over here. $2.90 or whatever it is. But we're in the two.
Hey,
We're in the two now.
$139, bro.
Huh?
$139.
I thought it was 120. It was 139?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It says like I only have one device right now, but
Yeah.
let me watch this. Hold on.
Yeah, actually, oil in a barrel is lower than $70 today.
The bent crude oil in March of 2022 was 139. That's incredible, bro. No wonder Venezuela was stealing so much money, and that's why Maduro was over there living his best life, bro. $139, and we produce billions, like literally millions and trillions of oil barrels a day. A day, Venezuela produces that.
That's crazy. So under Biden, a barrel of oil was basically $140 a gallon. What is it right now under Trump?
Yeah, it's incredible, bro. Like, we're talking about almost half the price.
No, what is it? Did you look it up? Am I right with that number?
What was the number you said?
Well, I said 70, but I want you to look it up. See.
Yeah. That's right. That's what Christian pulled it up.
It's under 70.
Okay, no, I want to know exactly what it is. If it's under 70,
$69.
Okay, $69.
And something cents.
$69, guys. You understand? What's 70 plus 70? 140?
140s.
So Donald Trump's
I was gonna jump in there for that easy one.
Donald Trump's fuel per barrel is half of what Biden's was. So you're telling me that the fuel that you're buying at the pump is supposed to cost the same as Biden's? No, it's not. I am telling you, listen, you want to talk about sabotage? Bro, there are some nut jobs in America. There are some complete nut jobs. If somebody's going to fail and they're so dumb and you know they're going to fail, why do you help them fail? If they're going to fail.
So is it strictly politics? Because Florida is very, very much red. Gas prices are expensive and they're a port.
Well, again, you're talking about all over America. I'm saying there are people on purpose that are lying about how much gas is. So I'm not speaking for every state, but I know for a fact, bro, that there are a lot of states that are lying, meaning that they have gotten the numbers. They do know it's true, and they're on purpose gas gouging. So if you want to say, well, Florida, I don't know what the issue is with Florida. I ain't talking about Florida. I'm talking about those people that are doing it, and they are doing it, bro. I'm telling you. And
I'm trying to figure out if somebody is actually like knows about like why certain states are more expensive. Is it strictly politics or?
Well, no, no. Again, it's not strictly politics, because I'm talking about price gouging, which means the company Shell, all these companies are getting the oil for $69 a barrel, but yet they haven't changed their prices. So that ain't politics unless the person that's running Shell is a Democrat and they're just trying to make Trump look bad. Then that is politics.
Here's the question. Should oil prices, barrel of oil and all this stuff, should it be nationalized federally and say, hey, listen, like you can, like federal state taxes or something like that? I don't know, like some kind of limitation. even with like I think Trump is trying to do that now with the interest rates, where you can't charge people like 35% interest rate on a credit card, which is egregious. Like, do they like? Why hasn't America done that? Like, hey man, listen, the oil price is this. Like, you guys can't gouge that much. Like, that's ridiculous. You guys are out of line for this.
There's already something,
Capitalism.
but there's already something in place, bro, where a lot of gas stations, they don't make a lot of money. They make like a nickel or something, or 10 cents per gallon. But if you're gouging, which means, let's say your fuel's supposed to be $3 a gallon and you're charging $4.25. That means they're getting $1.25, $1.50 per gallon. Bro, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, dude. And
what is that?
What?
In the comments, John J. Wellington, USO is 104.70. What is that? What is he talking about?
I don't know. John, what are you talking about? USO? You talking about the military USO?
That's what I was thinking, but I don't think that's what he's talking
No,
about.
I don't know.
That wants to come up too. I don't know if you know them. I'm not really sure who that is.
Yeah.
I'm letting them up.
No, I don't know who that is in the trying to come up right now. But John, what are you talking about? 104. The oil reserve.
I like beef Wellington.
He's talking about oil reserve.
Oh, okay.
Just go, Dre. Just go look up the U.S. oil reserve, and just see what it's saying.
Well, while we're waiting,
Because that's us.
As Dre mentioned with the interest rates, the third, I think it was, or somebody one of the big banks came out the other day and they're like, oh yeah, they're preparing for 3 rate hikes from this new guy who said he was going to reduce the rates when he was trying to come in. They're saying they're going to hike the rates 3 times this year. Now, again, that's a prediction.
Now, Wellington, are you talking about the price per barrel, or are you talking about how much oil we have in reserves? Because in reserves we have 3.3 or 331 million barrels in reserve right now is what we have.
Unless he's saying that our oil that we have in our reserve is 104 a barrel. I don't know what he's.
I don't know why that would be.
Because he said he said price per barrel, but you're saying price per barrel based on our oil reserve, like that's how much our personal oil is. John, like, are you saying we're selling our oil for 104 a barrel?
Like the oil we harvest ourselves in America?
Well, he has to be talking about that because that's the oil reserve. But he's saying stock market sticker symbol. Yeah.
Let him up.
Yeah.
Come up.
Yeah. John, what are you talking about, man?
You have the oil that trades on the stock market, right, from country to country.
Yeah,
it is trading right now is at $104.25, down $5.06 today, or 4.63%.
Okay, yeah, but okay, so when we're
price per barrel that trades over like say per country, from country to country.
Okay, so Dre, see if you can find where it, or Christian, one of y'all, where it talks about how the barrels of oil is $70. I'm trying to
68. It's USOIL, and it's 68.67. It's down $2.81 right now, or 3.92%.
So what are the okay? So John, what are these two numbers? So one of them, basically the barrel's $70, and one of them's 104. What are the two differences in these?
Well, I'm gonna make it short for you because it'll get kind of confusing, and I know there's more than me in here. Okay, so if you've watched this for long enough, the stock market for long enough, you will understand that these numbers that are on here are manipulated to an extent that is just, I don't even know how to put it. Like,
yeah, no, I do know some of the stock market numbers are manipulated. I get that. I understand that part.
So if we're so think about it like this, okay? If we're trading oil, right, from border to border at $104.26, okay? But ours is trading for $68.78 now. How does that make sense? I mean, okay, you know, like you said, that's a kind of a huge drop, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
like $36 per barrel drop.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. And like you said, you know, you go 10 cents. Okay. I'm in Michigan. Gas is $4.27. Right. And we got one of the highest tax rates in the United States on gas right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So they make quite a bit of money off of, like, I think it's like 19 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
At the pump.
Right. I know it's not a lot. Right.
But do you see the difference? Do you see how they manipulate the price? I mean, you're talking a 36, like that's a big gap.
Yeah. So the fuel though, like, as soon as this thing happened in Iran, as soon as it happened,
Yep.
the brains in America, they started skyrocketing, right? Manipulating the price of per barrel.
Yes, they did.
Okay,
It
so
went all the way up to 140 some dollars. I think actually $128 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. And at some point it started coming back down. And then whenever they signed that paperwork, it skyrocketed down. As soon as they signed that to the world, that John Hancock means a lot, period. So they signed that paperwork, and now it's down to $68. So
no, it's $68 in America.
Right, that's what I'm saying. $68 in America.
Though,
right, $68.
The world is still at $104.36 right now. 26 cents.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying we're buying oil for 104?
That's right. That's what it's trading for.
Okay. So
right
are you saying that that's probably the reason that gas prices are not going down as much as they should, is because it's still at $100?
That's right. Yep.
Okay. But in America, it's at $68.
Right. They're manipulating the price down to $68 in the United States.
Well, again, they manipulated it to 140. So, because of we're getting a lot of oil right now. That's facts. America's getting a lot of oil from a lot of different places right now. So
is it refined oil?
Well, I mean, so when you start talking about, let me say this real quick. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this quick. So we all know that there's different oils and they all have to be processed a different way and all this. Right. So I'm not ignorant to the different ways that different oil has to be processed. And so we got to process some of the oil, and I fully understand that. Now I don't know if some of the oil we're getting is refined already or not, but I'm going to say, I bet you some of it is, honestly. But that doesn't mean all of it is. So it still has to go through the process, maybe. But I know a lot of it already is because it's barreled up. A lot of it's already millions of barrels already.
Yeah,
so
if you look at when the Russian-Ukraine war was going on, Biden was still backdooring oil into the United States.
Yeah, he was. Not as much as we are right now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, right? But yeah, it's the kind of oil that we need, right? It's like Williston, North Dakota, right? It sits on one of the largest oil reserves in the United States. Halliburton is drilling like crazy up there right now,
Yeah.
But it's not the oil that we need.
Right, but we can turn it into the oil that we need. And we have the capability of turning any oil into what we need. So
enough though.
Yeah, well, I think the point I'm looking at is the gas prices can be manipulated in either direction. But when you ask why are you manipulating the gas price to 140, when you ask them that,
you're asking the right questions.
Right, but they'll answer you, right? They'll give you an answer. So
is it the right answer?
Well, it doesn't matter, but the answer has to be consistent. So watch, they'll give you an answer. Oh, well, this is why. So Trump goes over here, he does what he does, and now it's like, okay, now make the prices go down, and they're like, oh, we don't do that. But see, you got to understand the way they're answering why the gas is up, and then now you do what Trump's doing over here in Iran, all these other places. it's answering the same question. So now it's, well, then why are you not making the price? So finally they started making it go down, but they had no choice because the answer that they're given on why fuel is so much has been met. Like, oh, that's the reason? All right, well, let's fix it. So now that this over here happened, now it's like, okay, we're calling you out and to make the prices go down. So now we say, oh, they're manipulating it to go down. No, they were manipulating it to be up. Now they're being honest about how much it is here. And a lot of people aren't looking at it like that. But when you ask them, why is gas prices 140? And they think they're slick and they got this answer. Oh, this is the reason. Oh, okay. So now that reason is solved, why is the gas prices still high? And so they got caught with their foot in their mouth, and now they have to bring the gas prices down. So right now, what's happening is there's a lot of oil companies that are trying to act as though that number don't matter. Well, if that $70 don't matter, that was the whole point of asking, why is the gas prices so high? Oh, this is the reason. I'm telling you, there's some mischief going on, and it's not the $68 barrel.
Oh, you're exactly right. I'll give you this.
Bro, give me the big screen real quick.
All right.
Because I thought America only buys crude oil. That's why I'm confused on John Jay, what he's saying. I thought we only buy crude oil.
You have to, okay, so go to the futures market, okay?
You see, hold on, John, do you see the price up there, right?
Yes,
the
I
crude
do.
oil price?
I have it in front of me. I'm literally on the stock market right now.
Yeah, so where are you getting the 104? I want to learn. Like, I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
So you have to understand something about futures. That's why I wasn't going to go real deep into it. It's kind of like Trot and how he gets deep into the Bible. Well, you know, I've been on the stock market for a long time. Okay, so if you go into the futures market, that's how futures are traded on what oil is going to be. Does that make sense? I guess if that's the best way.
John's talking about the manipulative number, bro. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, John, hold on, John. Let's not get into that. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
I agree.
Okay, so what you're showing, Dre, what you're showing is correct. What John is talking about, and I hate to put it this way, but he's talking about how. Okay, watch this. As soon as America went and did their kabooing over there in Iran, the gas prices skyrocketed. You remember that, Dre?
Of course.
Okay, now tell me, let's be honest. How did those numbers go up? Just because we started kabooing somebody. How?
They just project.
Okay, so that's all John's talking about. It's okay, the manipulated system. So they're going to be looking at what could happen, how it could happen, and that's why the question was asked. We all get the who, what, when, where, why. Give us one reason on why the fuel cost is way up there, and they had to. These companies have to give a reason. So they gave a reason. So we went kabooey, kabooey, kabooey. Your reason is taken away now, so make go back down. And they didn't want to. So now all these companies are being investigated because that means y'all are lying. So basically they're pulling a Fauci. That's what they're doing. They're pulling a Fauci. They can say whatever they want. Fauci can say whatever he wants. Wear 3 masks, wear 0 masks. Why? Because he's the medical man. Well, there's only so many fuel companies, so if they stick together, they can say whatever they want. And we just proved it.
It's the same thing with like the interest rate with the mortgages. Like the guy that controls the interest rate for all the mortgages in America, which is insane.
Yeah.
Well, when Trump first took over, okay, Venezuela, right? He went down there. He got like all of the oil producers and drillers and everything, and he sat them down. And I don't know if I watched the whole thing, right, for an hour, and how much money they were going to pour into each other's pockets. There's a whole lot more going on there than just the numbers.
Hey John, before you go into that, can you explain like the different oils? Because like America buys crude oil from Venezuela. Like I'm Venezuelan, trust me. I know. I've basically seen it with my own 2 eyes.
They have been. They actually. Yeah, if you want to get technical.
My question is, how is the crude oil different from America than the crude oil that you find in Venezuela? What's the difference?
Okay, so
America's still the only one that refines it. Like Venezuela doesn't have any refineries. That's why
no.
But like Iranian oil,
right?
It's different. Yeah, just go find the what do they call
it's a different like thickness.
Yeah,
grade,
it's different.
Right? Okay,
it's not the same. Yeah.
So if once you take out certain like gasoline or airplane fuel and diesel, and then you're left over, and at the very bottom of that chain is like stuff they make asphalt out of. Okay, and each refinery is able to refine certain crude oils to a certain degree. Now, the stuff that we have in the United States of America, like Williston, North Dakota, or if you want to go out to, Wyoming, now that stuff is thick, right? So we don't have really the stuff to do it because our refineries were built, 1975?
Yeah. And also it was built to do a very specific thing. So
exactly.
And we can get a bunch of Iranian fuel. So what people were trying to do is make fun of Trump, give him a hard time and say, well, we don't refine that kind of oil, which it wouldn't be hard for us to build what we need to build. But they were just trying to say, wow, you're getting all that oil, but we're going to have to put all this money into making a way to refine it. Yeah. I mean,
that's what they're doing in Venezuela. That's
take the big screen. Take the big screen.
Yeah. So, crap.
That was the intention. That's what the whole Venezuela is, because they started out there in 1970s and started laying pipes and stuff in there and building out that whole system.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because I was around at that time.
Yeah.
So, no, that's a fact. Venezuela, as a matter of fact, Venezuela was the best country in, next to America, obviously, but next to America, Venezuela was the best country in the Western Hemisphere during that time. I mean, to be honest, Venezuela is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, just in general. I mean, we have everything that you can think of. It's like America. We have snow year round in certain parts. We have beaches year round in certain parts. We have the greatest waterfall in the world. We have Amazon. We have desert. We have lakes. We have everything. It's like a beautiful little country. And when America had its hand in America, and my parents will tell you this. I wasn't born at that time, but they'll tell you that's when America was booming. That's the reason my parents even came to America on student visas with full scholarships to get a bachelor's degree at school. Venezuela was paying for that. They didn't pay a dime for this stuff. Yeah. That's how good the country was. And then we had great relations with America. Obviously, we don't even have embassies. I can't even go to Venezuela, Trot. They won't they'll let me in, but they won't let me out.
That was the main reason that he picked Marco Rubio.
Probably.
Oh yeah, I love Marco Rubio. That
was why Trump. I'm telling you right now, that's one of the main reasons that Trump picked Marco Rubio was for Cuba and Venezuela.
I believe it. Yeah.
I hope Marco Rubio becomes the president of Venezuela.
He might.
Had a Colombian. Might as well.
Oh, they said they said.
You know what?
They said
get something there, Dre.
Well, they said, hey, they're already making jokes that he's the vice president of Venezuela right now.
Man, listen, I already told him. I said, listen, hopefully Trump is listening to this. If you are President Trump, I'm born in Venezuela. I can be the president. You can put me there, and I'll do anything that you bid. 100%.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll say the last thing regarding oil. Guys, listen. Oil is under $70. It's $68 to $69 a barrel in America. Why does that mean something for us? Because if our barrels are $70, $69, then that means our fuel price at the pump is supposed to be going down tremendously. It should be going down 5 cents every other day until it hits
$69 a barrel. We should be listen, put it this way. In the 90s, when we were in high school, right? When we were in high school in the 90s, late 90s or whatever.
I was paying 70 cents a gallon, bro.
And the barrel prices was about this price right now. That's about what it was back then. So there's no reason why it shouldn't be $1 right now, $1.50.
Yeah, listen, even if it was $2.50, even if gas was $2.50, I would still be like, okay, $2.50, that's fine. I get it. But why isn't it, bro? It's still $4. I don't think people
understand. But inflation shouldn't affect that.
No, not if the barrel is $70. Absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just us as the country putting whoever, because the investigation's already started. So we're about to start putting people's feet to the fire. And diesel, bro, back in the day, diesel was way cheaper than regular fuel.
Yes, it was, because diesel is a byproduct of oil. Or gasoline.
It was, and now it's more expensive.
When I would go to Venezuela during summer times in the 90s, the gas price in Venezuela was 5 cents a gallon, dog. 5 cents.
That's crazy.
Gas was water bottles more expensive than gas in Venezuela when everything's going right.
Can I say something? Just one last thing, okay? There is more going on behind what is visually seen for everything right now than what you see.
Yeah. It's always I always talk about the tier method. You know, you got 1 through 10 or backwards. I'm sorry, 10 through 1, right? And 1, 2, and 3 tier. Like none of us would ever see what that is. You know, which would be president, vice president. You know, you don't ever see that stuff. But then under that, right, you have 4, 5, and 6.
No.
And some of us may be able to get some of
bigger.
that information. So, you know,
Think bigger.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you're getting into zero. You're getting into 0 tier. So, I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well,
I'm just saying, okay. So I remember pumping gas when it was 50 cents. The pumps didn't even go to $1 yet.
Yeah.
Okay. To give you an idea.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot going on. And once you get in the stock market and stuff like that, you start seeing, and you have time to see it, right? That's the biggest thing. Time is the biggest thing, you know, to see what's actually going on and the changes, the difference.
Yeah. No, yeah. You're getting into like global. Like, you're getting into like global, how like
watch the right hand, which the left hand is doing something else. You know what I mean? So that's why you're seeing the $68. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, on a different note, real quick, have you seen Primetime? Deion Sanders' house, his ranch out there in Texas.
Mm-mm.
He has his own gas pump. So I guess he gets it refilled, and they don't even go to the gas station. Like they just pump in their property. Like they have their own. And on the gas tank, it says real big. It says Prime Gas.
No, I got a buddy. They have a. I don't know. Let's see if that's 150. That's probably 1,000. It probably holds 1,000 gallons, maybe the tank, and it's on his property, and they've been doing that for years. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you get a break? Like, do you get a discount for like buying wholesale?
Well, if you're ag exempt, because it's all diesel, but it's not green. Like if you go to the gas station and you get like a white styrofoam cup. I mean, I wouldn't use a styrofoam cup, but something white so you can see the color. It's like a green. It looks like Mountain Dew. But the one that he gets, it's red. So it's for farm use and all his farm vehicles and all that. So you get caught with that in your gas tank, you going to jail.
High sulfur diesel.
Huh?
High sulfur diesel.
Yeah. So, but yeah, you get a tax break on it. It's a lot cheaper because you're ag exempt and you're using it for your property. But it's not green, it's red. Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna hop back in. Was there something else we were gonna bring up after fuel? I don't remember.
Not that I can think of, but I do have a suggestion. I don't know if you're open to this, but how about next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, since those are the days we really get into it, can we redo the 3-part series of Secret Captain?
Oh yeah.
I want to start going back into our old series again because we got a lot of new people.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah.
I want to so bad because it's always the second time around is better than the first, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we need to go over it again. Christian, are you up here or what the heck's going on? I don't know. I'm gonna knock you. I don't know what's going on. Refine, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for letting me come up.
What's on your mind?
I'm curious. So, can I ask you, how did you come to the conclusion that our gas or we're at 70?
Conclusion? What do you mean conclusion?
Well, I meant like when you were mentioning, you were
Are you
saying
asking?
that.
Are you asking me where am I getting that number from?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dre, can you pull it up?
Yeah, give me the big screen.
And let her know where you went to get those numbers.
Oh, that's the stock market.
Yeah. Rafan, you there?
Okay. I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
so
here.
this is the American stock market, right?
Okay.
Because you asked where did we get those numbers from? They're right there on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea. I just scrolled and I thought, what are these guys talking about? And then I kept listening and listening. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be in here. So I do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, especially for those of us that just are on the surface about things.
Yeah.
So I definitely need to do some research, but I do appreciate you're live as well. And as I'm listening, believe it or not, a lot of times discussions like that don't come up with us, especially those of us that are in college. We just think about what we're going to go and have and eat. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we don't think about what these particular issues truly do need to be aware of.
Yeah.
And we take a lot for granted. So I do appreciate.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone else that's bringing in these particular issues.
Yeah. So under Biden, that number was $140. That number that you were looking at, that's $69. And it's not about who the president. I could care less. Like after Donald Trump, after I don't care who comes to become president after him. I mean, Trump became a big deal to me because how much people were lying on him. That's why. And I don't like bullies. I don't like people lying on other people. So any chance that I can to defend him, I will, because when people lie and you know that they're lying, I have a problem with that. That's what I have a problem with. It has nothing to do with Trump. This could have been anybody. Right. And it was the way that they started lying and attacking him. And those lies, I just can't stand it. I just can't. So whenever
but
people,
look what he's doing, if people would definitely do their homework or research and see what he has accomplished versus, I mean, I'm not going to speak bad of a gentleman who should have not even been a president for a while. But can I ask you a question? I'm really curious. A lot of us sit there and we talk about this, but do you think that Biden, with the health issue that he had and continued to be up there, where it didn't make any sense, but nevertheless, the man was up there as a puppet on a string. Did we not take the initiative to see that this guy had a medical condition? Was it because we didn't want to have a female president?
So the reason why Biden was sick is because we didn't want a female president? What do you mean?
Yeah, well, obviously he wasn't able to take care or follow through with his task as the president, right? So every single time they had him up there, he just looked lost. Kept looking everywhere. Wasn't sure what day it was. So even though they continue to do that to this guy, should we have not taken the initiative to let him sit and remove him because of his health issues? Or was it because we didn't want a female president?
Oh, you're saying that his medical issues were so obvious and they should have sat his old butt down and made Kamala Harris president?
Yeah.
Well, if that was the scare, right, that we didn't want a female president, if that was the scare, she would have never been nominated to be president. And see, the Democrats bypassed some steps because there was no debates Democrat versus Democrat to see who was going to be the opponent. They just grabbed her and here we go. She's going to run for president. So if they didn't want a female to be president, she wouldn't have bypassed all that and went straight against Trump.
Got it.
Yeah. No, so America don't care if we have a female president. We don't care. Just like we didn't care the color of the skin. Barack Obama would have never been president. That's never the issue. If the question is, well, then how come they didn't make her president? It's because he's still alive. That's why. That's the honest God truth. And it don't look good to let all the countries know that our president is not okay. Like, it just don't look good. So, but behind the scenes, there'd be no way for me to know everything happening behind the scenes. But the reason I know that it has nothing to do against a female being president is because they would not have just shot her straight to the top to go against Trump. They would have never have done that. Yeah. So the fact that they did that alone, they wanted her to be president, you know? So yeah, but I mean, Trump's, how old is Trump now? Is he 80? How old is, somebody know?
No, he's 76, I believe.
Or okay, 70.
I could be wrong.
No, I don't know.
But he's not in his 80s.
I don't know. Somebody fact check how old Trump is. I don't know how old he is, but he's old. Everybody's saying 80. So he's 79 or 80 years old. Oh, wow. He just had a birthday, so he is 80. So he's 80 years old. I mean, you know, come on. We all live to be about 100. All right. He's 80 years old, and everybody's oh my God, don't get me started. But you know, everybody's over here, you know, he's gonna run for a third term, fourth term. I don't know how many terms you think this old geezer has left. I don't understand this. He's 80 years old. Even if he won 2 more terms, so now he's going to be 88. Like, I mean, how? I don't know. I guess they think this guy's going to live forever. I don't understand. You know, it's very odd. Very odd. You know, June 14th. That's when he turned 80. Yeah. Let me see. All right. Dre, was there something else we were going to bring up or before we get back into?
So I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So why aren't our prices going down? Why aren't they going down?
Yeah. So there's an investigation has started on that question that you have right there. So honestly, I don't know why. I mean, we can speculate and say, well, this is the reason. It's because of greed. People want money. They're trying to make Donald Trump look bad. I mean, we can sit here all day, which, you know, some of that in both directions may be true. Honestly, I don't know. But I think we're going to find out because an investigation started on why they're not. Now where I'm at, they are going down. Where I'm at, gas is $2.90 over here.
$2.90.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you?
Texas.
Oh, and it's not moving on our end in California.
That's what I'm saying. Well, you're out of there. You're in California. You're out of there.
There's no hope for you.
Yeah,
no hope.
Well, no, I'm saying
you might just want to move.
Politicians. I don't know why people don't understand this. Politicians do not treat. In California, you don't get treated right in California. I don't care what anybody says. No, you don't. No, you don't. They say they care for people. California's been going downhill for 20, 30 years, if not longer. So, you know, I mean, hey, there may be some people that live in California, that may be doing okay, but overall, you know.
Yeah, it's a struggle. It really is. Everything is a struggle.
Yeah. Well, I don't struggle in Texas. You know what I mean? Like, just saying, like, do anybody struggle in Texas? I'm sure somebody does. Somebody has to. But anytime people move, first of all, so many people from California moved to Texas. A lot.
That's true.
And they're like, oh, well, just as many people left Texas to go to California. I don't know if that's true, but that would be wild. Dre, can you look that up? Is that true? People, I've heard.
No, that's not true.
Well, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Hold on a second. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. But I've heard people saying that.
Californians came to Colorado and ruined our economy.
Yeah. Yep.
And your government and laws.
Somebody said I'm in California now, and gas is $4.79. Oof! You're literally paying.
Where are you at in California?
What area?
Must be north.
Lorena, what area of California? You ain't got to give us your address to your house, but what area? Excuse me, in California are you at? Michigan 427.
Really?
Fontana.
Fontana.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm in Irvine.
You're in Irvine.
Why you guys say that?
Hey, Refine, stop lying. You are not in Irvine. Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it.
I am.
Stop.
I used to live in Chino Hills, and I couldn't get over the gas prices driving back and forth from the freeway from Inland Empire to Orange County.
Okay.
So then I moved
Refine,
to
hold on
Orange
a
County.
second. Hold on, Refine. Excuse me for being rude, but Irvine area is very expensive.
It is, but I work out here, so I spent more money on the gas from Chino Hills, which is in the Inland Empire, clear down to Orange County, driving back and forth
Excuse
every day.
me, real quick, before I forget the numbers. 35,000 have left Texas to California. 80,000+ yearly leave California to move to Texas.
Yeah, that's over double the amount. Yeah, but so Refine, look, so the area that you're in, okay, right? The area that you're in. You know, there's a lot of people that have a certain kind of money up there. And a lot of those people, in my opinion, I've met a few dozen of them. They're not really in touch with reality in certain ways. Okay. And when they laugh, their chuckles come out different. Okay. So,
well, what I will say this is, as I've decided to change because of the gas prices and the traveling from the IE to Orange County, living in Orange County at this point, literally less than 15 minutes away from where I work, has allowed me to make a better choice of traveling. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I truly do.
Oh, when I used to give one of them, there's one particular one. I used to give him a hard time just to hear him. I swear he would laugh and I'm like, oh man, what is this, bro? Like all he was missing was like a top hat and like, you know, one of those bow ties, you know, like anyway. All right, guys.
You look like Monopoly Man.
Yes. Hey, give me a second.
But I
Misunderstood. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm doing fine, brother. I just popped up here because Orange County is down here in Southern California is different from the Bay Area. So I understand what Charles saying about the lab is different, and people don't have a real sense of reality here because a lot of men work and a lot of wives stay home, so they don't know the concept of certain things.
Oh, that's very true.
Because their husbands afford them the ability to live in Dana Point, live in.
Misunderstood. You're from Baldwin Hills. Get off the gas.
Heck no! Don't even do that.
See, there's a big, huge difference in certain areas, like even the Cove.
Yes.
Going down Newport, all of that. There's a fine line, and honestly, coming from the Inland Empire and then going into Orange County, it's a very, very different type of reality. Those of us that
there's a sense of entitlement.
Sure. Those of us that took the initiative to move to get closer to work, so we don't have to do the whole nonsense of the freeway and the gas, and then to look at people and think, oh, that's not a big deal. It is a big deal. So yeah, their laugh is truly different. But here's the crazy part. They only are that way because they are ignorant to reality. And that's unfortunate. You know, I sit there
Absolutely.
and
I
I
have to
say,
agree with
I
her.
made my lunch. I made my lunch all week and I like it. That's the way I want it. But when you have someone say, oh, aren't you tired of that? Come on, let me just go take you to lunch. No, keep your chump change and go do it yourself. But that's okay. You know, so there is a different sense of humor, totally a whole concept of compassion for things. They don't have any. They don't have any. If the Starbucks coffee didn't taste good, they throw it away and think that they need to turn around and make it an issue. So yeah,
Yes, I've seen a lady actually throw it back into the window of a
right?
Starbucks employee. And it is wild. I mean, I love California, and this is my family. They know I will never leave. But there are groups of people that have this sense of entitlement that they are above everything.
It's
And
true.
for those of us that know reality and know that this is this person's job, and they're even though they're getting paid $20 an hour, and your husband's making a $500,000 a year, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just like apples to oranges, and they have no respect for the common person,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's
yeah, definitely. Even my
I'm
children,
telling you,
when
Southern California is different from Northern California. It's night and day. If they were to try that in the Bay Area, the whole demeanor of respecting people who have a real job that really go to work, the that whole sense of entitlement, it's not there in the Bay Area as it is down here. I don't know if you've ever been to the Bay Area, Refine, and it's totally night and day.
yeah, yeah, the sense of time and the sense of quality of time has no bearing at all. You know, I had my daughter. I told her she should go ahead and just find a part-time job. So she did. She got a part-time job at Starbucks right at the Irvine um, Spectrum.
Hey, Trot, when we do these
Her
scales in
first
California, I'm
her
gonna take you
first
down.
day
Oh, sorry.
working there
Oh,
was just crazy, and it was because she said, "Wow, mom, their attitude is so different around here." You know, and I told her, "Yeah, it is, but that's okay." You know.
Trot, when we go to do these scales in California, I'm gonna take you down. We're gonna do a California tour. We'll start in Oakland, where you see all the makeshift houses on the streets, and then we'll ride all the way down to Skid Row in LA, and then you'll see
and then and
the
then and then
massive
and then we're gonna
difference.
bring our cardigans and our and hair gel and go hang out in Irvine.
You're so
Oh,
bad. Oh, we'll take you to the Cove. We'll go to Crystal Cove for a
that's
minute.
fine. That's
Listen,
fine. That's fine. I'll
we'll
take my
walk
listen.
down
I'll take
Skid Row.
I'll take my khakis, my penny loafers, and my cardigan, and I'll be like, oh, today on Descaled. Oh, yes.
You are so funny.
Hey, we'll walk
And
down Skid
I
Row
will
with
say this.
cowboy boots
I
on
I
and like the
originally
big
have
belt
come
and the jeans,
I
and just start
originally
promoting
have come
Texas.
from
Like,
a
you guys should move to
truly
Texas. You wouldn't be living like this.
very, very humble beginnings. I came and I was raised and born in Samoa. So to be spoken of in the fact that the demographics of Irvine has any bearing, I definitely understand about being humble. So come and bring your cardigan.
Yeah,
Come
my
barefooted.
cardigan. I'm gonna bring it. Yeah. I don't have anybody. I don't have nothing against anyone that lives there, but I've met a few dozen, and their personality is just, it's just different. That's it. You know, it's just a different culture, but it's funny, to me, the way their
Well, you
humor.
definitely don't want to wear an American flag out there. That's for sure. Holy smokes.
No, you just listen. You just wear the cardigan that has the red, white, and blue collar and the red, white, and blue. That way it looks like a boat cardigan, right? The boat, not flag, no stars, just the color. Yeah.
Hey, but I will tell you, it is definitely funny.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. All right, so let's see.
Let me say it.
What?
Because I don't know how many opportunities I'll get to say this, but hey, Trot, get off the gas and get to the Bible.
Get off the gas? Okay, I'm going to get off the gas. We're going to get off the gas and get back to the Bible. All right, so current events should be summed up. We summed it up with a cardigan, penny loafers, and a laugh from the
hanging, sir.
From the hanging, sir. All right, so where are we at?
Hanging fire.
Where are we at? We're in Isaiah 43.
11, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah, all right. Is Jay White here? Oh, man, of course she don't come today.
Jay White ain't going to be here, bro.
Man, bro. She's the one that asked.
It's Wild Out Friday.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all.
What?
Stop it.
What'd she do? What'd she say?
Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
No, she's got it. She's got to be here. She's got to be here.
Let me send it.
Okay, Refine. Have a good one.
Let me put out.
It's Free Smoke Friday.
Somebody get the suffering servant in here, please.
When, Bob?
The suffering servant.
She had plenty of time to get over here, man. She still ain't here. We've been live for an hour and a half, man.
Oh, Jay White.
Gas. On the gas for an hour and a half.
Yeah, somebody go
Christian,
pull.
you be on the gas every single live. Get off the gas yourself.
Yeah.
Well, while Jay White's coming up, what is the significance of the high priest not being able to sit in the temple?
The significance?
Because Jesus sat, right? I'm still stuck on that. Web. I'm still trying to get back into that while she's deciding to come up or not.
Yeah, the main
read the scroll.
Yeah, the main. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Dre?
I said Jesus read the scroll and he sat, right? And that's the significant. There's significance in that.
Yeah, the main spiritual significance, the main, like, down to the nucleus, no further you can go, as deep as the well gets. The main point of there not being, like, the point of the high priest not sitting down in the temple. The whole point of that is because the works were not done till Christ got here. So sitting down would be symbolizing that the works are done. So the law was given to man, and the high priest is not just chilling, like sitting down, right? So in the entirety of the Old Testament, you always see this this visual of like lazy people sitting down, like Eglon. He was in his parlor, and he was a very, very fat man, and he was sitting there. It goes through the entire Bible. You constantly see this sitting, but it's always like as though something has been accomplished, but the main thing that is supposed to be accomplished is supposed to be the Redeemer coming. Like, all these people are just lying about how something is done, and I'm gonna sit down. This is how things are gonna stay. So it's like, this is how things are gonna stay. I'm king, I sit here. Another king, I'm king, and I'm gonna sit. I sit here. And all these people of this sitting down, this behavior that everybody is believing that these people are somehow in charge, and God's been in charge the whole time. And so when it says that he sat on the right side of the Father, right, after he says it is finished, it's talking about all those works, all those things that were being done by faith, that it was all done in him. And because he's the high priest and he sat down, that means it is done. So all the shadows of all these high priests that they have ever had, all these shadows, none of them are sitting down as though something is finished, because it was never finished, because those shadows were bringing the Messiah. So when the actual Messiah got here, all of that was just pointing to him. That's all it was doing. And so when he came and he sat and he said, it is finished, he's talking about all of these things are finished, and he sat down and he proved it because he's the one that finished it.
Now, this is gonna sound crazy, but so does, like, I know by the way, the Greek word there is katiso, because I've kind of looked into this quite a bit for a long time, actually. Yeah. Which katiso means to, like, rest, like you said, like he rested on the seventh day. Like, it's the same meaning on that word sit, katiso, in Greek. But so, like, I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to connect the type and shadow in a weird way to Moshe when they were at war and Joshua was down below and Moshe was sitting down, but he couldn't, like, he still had to hold the rod up. He was sitting, but he wasn't really sitting, if you know what I mean. You understand, like how Jesus sat, he didn't really sit the same way. And there's still, like, he sat on the rock, which the rock would be a representation of Christ. He held the rod up above his head, which would be a representation of Christ. And it's also, like, in a weird way, 3 different people there. Like, it's Moshe and 2 people on each side holding up his hands, which again has to be some sort of a type and shadow to the triunity of God, maybe.
Yeah, so let's pull those 3 up so we can go over the people that are there with them. Let me go to
like the 2 cherubims looked or something there, tried or something, maybe. The shadow of that.
Love that. Her and Aaron. That one.
Her and Aaron. Yeah, like the top of the ark. Yeah, something like that.
That's what it sounded like to me.
JY said, I'm listening, can't talk. Yeah.
All right, so what's the 3 verses we're talking about, Dre?
The 3 verses or the 3 persons?
No, you said, in what books of the Bible are you referring to with Moses?
I'm talking about the one where where Joshua's at war and he's holding up the rod.
Yeah, but you said there was 3. You said there was 3 incidences.
No, 3 people.
Oh, you're just talking about that. You're just talking about that one incident.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, all right, my bad. What's the address? Or somebody find it.
Click against that. It's almost like you see the shadow of the ark, the shadow of Christ, the shadow of redemption. All these things are like right there. He's on a mountain.
Yeah.
Sitting down, with his 2 hands being held up. So
we're in Exodus 17, around 12, when they're holding up Moses' arms.
All right, so let's go. Let's start at Exodus 9, 17:9.
All right.
I can't read, y'all, so I got
you. I got you, brother. I got you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out of men and go out and fight the Amalek. Tomorrow, I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him and fought with Amalek. And Moses and Aaron and went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moses held up his hands that Israel prevailed. And when he let down his hands, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and stayed up his hands.
All right. So who held up his hands?
Aaron and
Okay, Aaron. And how do you spell the other name?
Hur.
All right, so let's go look up these 2 names.
Aaron is H175, which is Aharon, and it is light bringer. And Hur is Hur, and that is Hole, Hole. Yeah, it says Hole.
All right, so Lightbringer and Hole, right? Held up his hands, and what held him up was a stone.
Yep.
Right? So, where's let me see. Yeah. You know how the Bible says goodness and mercy shall follow thee all the days of your life?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
It's just odd that like you have light bringer, which the light of God is the goodness of God. And then you have this other person whose name just happens to be whole. In the Bible, when there's a person, if y'all remember, that it was the 10, right? The one came back, and because he came back, he was made whole. All of them were healed, but one of them was made whole. And that's the mercy of God. Didn't they cry out for mercy? Ain't all these people always cry out for mercy? It's just weird that it says goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life. And Moses is sitting on a stone. He's like sandwiched by Christ. He's sitting on a stone, and they're like, well, it's there so he can sit. Well, yeah, because when Jesus sit, that's how the battle is won, because he sat. So they're winning this battle, not by just him holding up the rod, but by him sitting down. And they're like, well, he's tired. I don't know when it's going to click for some people that even though Moses in real life was tired and he sat down and these people helped him hold up the rod, you still can't see that it's actually Christ sitting down, right? And then the name light bringer and whole happens to be the two people that are helping him keep the rod up. And the Bible says, right, that goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life. So I don't know. It's kind of like,
bro. Listen, real quick. This just came to me. I don't know. Maybe you've seen this already, or you can connect it further for me. But remember when Abraham did the sacrifice of the 5 different things?
Yeah.
It's not a coincidence to me. I'm looking at this and it looks like the picture, how you drew it out, where it was like a circle and then in the middle, it would have to be almost the same thing. You got the rod up top. In the middle, you got Moshe, which means red or from the reeds. And then you got and you got Aaron, one on each side, and he's sitting on a rock.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like
that's the 5 right there. It's the same thing.
Yeah, like the way I got it drawn. Like the way I got it drawn right here. Right. You see it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 100% it's the same thing, right? Because the ram, right? The ram, which in Hebrew, that word for ram means either fortress or not fortress, to be held up. Hold on. Stronghold. You don't have it right there?
I can look it up. Give me a second.
Or strong foundation, I think. Look it up. You got it? Nobody found it?
I said high, lifted up, exalted.
The ram?
Yeah, that's what I found. I don't know. Somebody can fact check me, because I only have one device, so I'm trying to work as best I can.
Yeah. It's been a minute since I looked at it, so let me see if I can.
Yeah, sorry, I'm in motion.
Oh, whatever will we do?
Likely be found on your back wanting.
Yeah, no. Mhm.
Jeez.
Are you looking up H352?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
No, where's it at? Where's it at where he chops up the animals? Okay, that's where I'm at right now.
So I'm at Genesis 15:9 for the ram. I found it there. It's got multiple derivatives. I see properly strength, hence everything strong, significantly a chief, a pilaster, oak or other strong tree, mighty lentil, oak, post, ram tree.
There's that oak again.
And it does say specifically a chief politically.
All right, and that's 352.
Yeah, and then it has the etymology. So I went down to like the whole Strong's definition and read all of it.
Yeah, so it comes back as his strength. It comes back as strength. That's what it's coming. That's what it comes back to, right? So that's why I'm saying foundation. That's the reason that I'm saying that, is because it's symbolizing strength. And so regarding the Bible, it's our strength comes by the Lord, right? Where we are weak, he is strong, right?
Right. Yeah, and it says from his strength a pilaster as a strong support.
Right, as a strong support. So this is why the ram. This is why I put the ram where I put it, right? Based on so many other things in the Bible, this being one of them. Moses sitting on the stone. Again, the verse that I just brought up. It's all over the Bible that he's our strength. Christ is our foundation, right? And then Paul says, if anyone adds on this foundation, what foundation is Paul talking about if it's not Christ? That's what he's talking about, right? So if all of this is pointing to Christ, and then we go to the Old Testament, and you start understanding like every story that points to this, you'll know why the ram's at the bottom of the picture that I drew. So, Dre, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. It's just a little loud. That's on.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, so that you can see, like, my whole point is, like, if the ram is at the bottom and he's the foundation, Moses is sitting on the rock, which is the foundation.
Yeah.
Which is the representation of the foundation, even with Matthew chapter 7, where it says the wise man built his house upon the rock.
Yeah.
Which is all these things connect.
Yeah, they all do. Yeah. Especially the names of people is what helps. So like Aaron's name, Light Bringer. And we know that the light is good, darkness is bad, right? And we know that when in the Bible you see the Lord making someone whole, it's because of his mercy, not because of anything that they've done. It's because of his mercy. And it's just not a coincidence that that the two people that are holding up his arms happen to be light and whole. It's just not. And he says, goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of your life, right? I may not know all the names of the angels, but I know two, goodness and mercy. And they're there all the day of your life. So, yeah. So would you bring this up for, Dre? Just to go over it only?
Yeah,
okay.
We started going over it a while ago. We haven't finished it when we talked about him reading the scroll and then sitting down and Gatiso and the meaning behind it and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So sitting is significant in the entire Bible, because that's not something you're going to see high priests doing. That's because sitting was for the high priest when the work was finished. What was something else I was going to say?
So if the high priest sat down, they'd be saying, I'm the Messiah, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, because they knew that the finished work was going to be through the Messiah. They knew. So on the cross, he said, it is finished. And everybody wants to know, what was finished? Everything it's talking about, bro. Everything that it's talking about. Sweating from the brow, all this stuff. Now we still got to do that to get the word, so that work in the sense of you reading and trying to understand the Bible, you gotta do that. But you'd want to, if you're saved, you'd want to do that. So it's not like you have to do this to be saved. You're already saved. You were saved before you started digging in the Bible. So the whole thing that it's a work to be saved, it's not true. Right. All right. So Dre, I don't know if you've been here, but we've been going over Isaiah 43. I think you were here one of the days. I don't remember.
Yeah, I was here yesterday for a good portion, and I had the doctor's appointment.
Okay.
So yeah, how was it?
Yeah. So, Jay, what's up? You ready or what?
I'm here.
All right. So can you talk at all, or are you going to get fired? Don't get fired on our behalf.
Oh, no, brother. I work night shift, but let me go get my book.
All right. All right.
What was that, verse 8 or verse 10?
Nah, we got to verse 12, but that's as far as reading. Now, do you remember what verse you brought up? The first verse you brought up?
The verse I brought up was I believe that's 11.
11. All right. So now that we have gotten to 11, right? Context is key. Context matters. What's your question about 11?
Well, you pretty much answered it, boss.
No, I know, but there's a bunch of people in here, bro. So what's the question? Golly. She acts like it's just me and her on the phone. Like, I wouldn't ask you that if it was just me and you on the phone.
Oh, it was when he speaks like I, even I, is he talking of the invisible and the visible?
Right. So what was the answer? Do you remember the answer I gave?
He's talking about both.
Yeah, because it's one. It's one. Right? So let me see. 9 is the who can declare this, who can show us former things, let them bring forth their witnesses that they may be justified, because that's how you're going to be justified, by the witness, which is the Spirit, or let them hear and say it is truth, right? So someone hears the truth and says, hey, you know what? That is true. That means that they are bearing witness that that is true. It says, ye are my witnesses, plural, ye, all of you who can show us former things or admit this is true. Y'all are all my witnesses. Why? Because the Spirit beareth witness, right? So it says, y'all are all my witnesses that they may be justified. I'm sorry, I went too far. I went back up. Ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, and my servant, whom I have chosen, that ye may know and believe me and understand that I am he. Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. Before me there was no God formed, and neither shall there be after me. And I'm telling you, this is a real hard thing for people to swallow right here. Because when someone talks about quote unquote God being formed or created, it's like they picture you like you're outside picking up sticks, some Legos, metal, and you go to your shop and you weld God together. That's what they're picturing. And I'm like, bro, what the heck? That word form, which means fashioned, is not talking about that kind of thing. I don't know where, man, they trip me out with the way that they think. Like if I have this, it's a wallet is what it is, but I got this wallet and I got this key and I got this cup, and let me add one more thing in there. Let me grab something that Bill broke, my chess piece that Bill broke. So I'm going to get all these things and I'm going to create God with it. Bro, that for form and fashion, it ain't talking about this. It ain't talking about grabbing a bunch of stuff like materials and like making God. That's not what it's talking about. That is not what it's talking about. It's kind of like it's talking about how something is what it is because God made it that way. So like, and I'll show you what I'm saying, like, which throws in God's sovereignty, but God's sovereignty is, again, is a problem with what people have. So let's say we're all hanging out and, Jay White, I'm just picking on you because you asked this question. So no offense. I do not know anything about Jay White's, life regarding boyfriend, husband. I know nothing about any of that. So if anybody thinks I'm throwing shots, it's none of my business. I'm just saying that. It's crazy how people are like, oh, I tried to say Jay White. I was like, bro, it's an example, for God's sakes. Listen, but if all of us knew somebody and we're like, hey, you know what, bro, I think Jay White would like this dude. And you're like, yeah, you think so? Yeah. Hey, let's kind of get them to meet. And they're like, wow, man, she don't like that kind of stuff. So, it's all right, bro. Hey, one of y'all just tell her as soon as she goes somewhere, hey, she's going to ask one of y'all to take care of her dog. So go grab her dog. Y'all going to take care of the dog. And when she shows up, the dog's not going to be home. She's going to call you. Hey, that dog should have been here hours ago. And you just say, oh, I'm right here across the street. Come out here. I'm going to bring the dog. And then we get Bill to get in his bus and act like he ain't paying attention and almost run over the dog and the person, which is Kelly. Sorry, Kelly, throwing you under the bus, literally. Kelly, when you cross the street, and Nina, you be in the far, far back and just scream just to add the dramatic scene. And so here comes Bill, and I'm like, all right, Bill, here we go. And I'm like, Dre, no other car. Dre's like, no, bro. No other cars are coming, bro. You're good. All right, Bill, ready? Go. So here goes Bill. Here goes Kelly. And the whole time Kelly's like, you better slow down. Oh, I've been doing this for 20 years. You got to tell me how to. And so Bill gets up there, and then it looks like there's a crash, and Jay White's like, oh, my God. And then Nina screams from the tree over there, ah. So she runs over there, and I go, and we'll just call him Jim. Jim, your cue, go. So Jim runs over there and acts like he protects the dog handler and the dog. And he's like, oh my God. And I said, remember, you got to put the focus on Kelly. Okay. You got to be like, oh my God, are you okay? And when Jay White shows up, you turn around and be like, oh, that's your dog. Oh, well, hey, my name is so-and-so. See, but y'all see how I just kind of created this scene?
I think that was the best scene you ever created for us.
Okay, but
I peeped game. CJ got lost, but we all peeped game.
Y'all peeped game? Okay, yeah. So what I just did, I created something. You see that? Y'all see that?
Yeah.
So
Created a
so
very,
let's say
very interesting scenario.
Jay White and Jim get married. I'm gonna sit back and be like, look what I have created. Huh? You understand? So the creation that I'm
Look what Trot stitched together.
That's right. That's
Look what
right.
he
But
stitched together.
what I
He
listen.
gonna be in the back like I did that. I did
Okay.
that.
That's all me.
That's right. And okay, so but what I'm saying is that's the kind of creation that this is talking about. It's not talking about you take a bunch of things and you weld it together, and then when you're done, you got this. All these things created this, and God is saying, "Look, I created something." No, bro. No, by faith, Jesus being able, right, God's soul being able to come into this world, this was the form and fashion. It was through God's sovereignty. Do you understand? Or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So when people want to argue about, you think God was created? So then you go, okay, well, let's see what you're saying by that. Are you saying that I'm saying that God, I don't know, or whoever took a bunch of stuff and and was like, God? Is that what you're saying? They're 90% they're going to say yes. Yes. Because they picture God grabbing dust from the ground and freaking molding Adam together. Right? Let's see. What the Lord of Shepherd didn't understand. I spoke with she mentioned God, he's not God. Yeah, they don't believe, JWs do not believe that Jesus is God. They believe that he is an angel. Yeah, and they're wrong. So leave it at that. But that's what this is talking about, the form and the fashion. Now, does that mean that Jesus wasn't formed and fashioned like from God's heart? No, it was, but not this kind of a way that I'm trying to show you. He didn't take like physical clay from his heart and like set it down on a spinning wheel, right? Like the movie Ghost, and that's not how he was fashioned. It was by our faith that the soul of God was able to enter into the womb of Mary. So God's body, talking about Jesus's body, was not formed or fashioned like that, but by faith he was able to enter. It was all by faith, but it was all through his will, like the way I just explained it. Sometimes it may seem kind of hard to understand what I'm saying. It was a little bit when I was seeing it for the first time, but it's him that is like orchestrating this. It's him that created it to be this way, right? Through his sovereignty, through his will. So Jesus was not made up of like 20, 30 things, like Adam. Adam was literally made from the dust of the ground, literally formed, same word that's being used, but he was made from creation. And you'll have somebody say, well, then that means Jesus was made from creation, because the Bible says that God created the heavens and the earth. Yep, he sure did. He created the heavens and the earth. 100% he did. But the one thing we know for certain is when the Bible tells us that Jesus came from the bosom of the Father, the most inner parts of him, that was not created. That was not created. His soul, God's soul, was not created. So he created the heavens and the earth. That's what he created. So when you hear me say that Eden is heaven, not in the sense of the part that was created, because I always point to the garden that's in Eden, the garden, that 100% is God's heart, 100%. Okay, so there are heavens that God created, and then you have God himself, and you have the first part where Jesus is, right? Jesus says, I am in you, you're in me, and I am in the Father. In the Father. It's him. Everything was created by Christ. Okay, so let me get to this. Right? Before me there was no God formed, neither shall there be after me. There will never be another Adam. Never. It won't happen. And it says, I even am I, Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. So clear that there's one God, one, and he's the Savior. He is. He's the Savior. And everything that was orchestrated, he all did it for his name's sake. And when Jesus says, glorify me like the glory I had with you before, glorify me. So people get confused because we know that Jesus is there with him. So people are like, well, then that means that body's been there the whole time. And it's like, it's kind of, it breaks people's heart when you say, no, the body that came through Mary's matrix wasn't in heaven the whole time. It was the soul. It was the soul that is saying this. Glorify me like I had glory with you before. The soul was in the Father. They're one. They're one, just like he says. So when people get confused and they start arguing about the whole Trinity oneness, or when the Islamic believer don't understand this, the argument will never stop. So it's not ever going to stop. I don't know what makes people think that they figured.
Ask you a question about what you just said.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you said the soul was in the Father, right?
Yeah.
So that's the same thing as saying the soul was in the Spirit.
The soul was in the Spirit?
I'm asking you, is that because you say it was in the Father?
Yeah.
The Father is, right. The Father is Spirit, right?
Yep. Father, Spirit. Mm-hmm.
So when you say,
all right, hold on. When Jesus came out of Mary's matrix, was Jesus Spirit?
No, but that's not what I'm asking.
No, I know what you're asking.
Okay.
So, I just need to understand what you mean by spirit. So, you said Jesus wasn't spirit. Why not? Why wasn't he?
One second.
Okay.
When you said that, I answered a little quickly because he was half spirit. So his father was spirit. He came into this world, his father was spirit.
I know what you're saying. This ain't the first time I've ever had this conversation. So there's a reason why I'm not running from what you're asking. We can go right back to it. But when I finish explaining what I'm explaining, we ain't got to have to go back to it. So
no, I just wanted to be specific on that.
Oh, I'm going to be very specific. Trust me. I'm be very specific. So the question is, when Jesus came out of the matrix of Mary, was Jesus spirit? And you said he's half spirit.
Yeah.
No, he was no, I'm going to be very specific. He was 100% spirit. 100% spirit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to say half spirit, like he was a half spirit, half man. That's not what I'm saying.
To the jugular.
Yeah.
That's
so
why I wanted to be specific.
I'm being very specific. Jesus was 100% spirit when he came out of Mary's matrix. All right. Okay. So when I say that he was in the Father, and you say, well, the Father is spirit, Jesus was spirit. So are you seeing spirit as invisible? Because spirit don't mean invisible.
Spirit. Well, yeah, that's how I was saying spirit.
I know.
Invisible.
I know. That's not true. So people will argue this and be like, because Jesus said, you can't me. Yeah, I know all that. But he was spirit the whole time he was here. The whole time.
I agree.
Right. So he had was the first Adam, did the first Adam have a glorified body?
You talk about
first Adam, first Adam, before the fall. Did he have a glorified body?
I'm going to say yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, try easy.
So if the first one had a glorified body, the last Adam don't have a glorified body? Absolutely.
That's what I was trying to get. Yeah, I agree.
You got a glorified body. Okay? It's us that are misunderstanding what a glorified body is. It's us. We misunderstand. The scripture ain't throwing out this misunderstanding. We are. So he had a glorified body. Okay? But when Jesus is saying, glorify me like I was with you before, you have to understand that what is the glory of God, Jay? You remember we talked about it the other day? Yesterday or day before? I don't know. Do you remember? What is the glory of the Father?
We are the glory of God.
Right, we are the fruit. We are.
Right.
That's a hard thing to hear, because Jesus is like, glorify me like I had glory with you before. So what would glorify Jesus?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking you. I'm asking you, Jay. Yeah.
We are the glory of Jesus.
I know, but right, we are. So, but how? How are we his glory? Like how?
By what Christian just said.
I didn't hear what he said.
Making disciples. By
Yeah.
going out, making disciples.
Yeah. Right. But how? Okay. I'll just say I went over it the other day, and it's not an easy thing to hear. It's really not. But so if the glory of God is the fruit on the tree, right? That's the glory of God.
Right.
Right. So if we are trees and we are spirit, soul, and body, how does he get glorified with the Father? By entering back into him, becoming part of the tree. That's how. You understand?
You saying, I don't want to reword what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I can't repeat what you just said, but you're saying that Jesus glorified the Father by returning and bearing fruit.
No, Jesus don't glorify the Father. That's how he gets glory. Because he says, glorify me. He tells the Father, glorify me like I had glory with you before.
With you. I hear you.
All right. So the soul of God, who is Jesus, being in the bosom of the Father, meaning they're one, the glory is the fruit. So Jesus had glory. But when the soul came out and entered into Mary's womb and came into this world, I just want you to picture this. If the Father's in heaven, the tree, does Jesus have the glory?
Of the Father?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the glory.
So then, all right. So why is he saying glorify me then? Why is he saying that?
Well, he did humble himself.
Right. Okay. So because he humbled himself, he doesn't have that glory. That's why he's telling him, glorify me. He doesn't have that glory. Because he left. Remember, he left. He humbled himself and became as a servant.
Titles matter.
Titles matter. Titles matter. So the soul of God is in this body, which is the last Adam. The last Adam, which means that soul is not in the tree that is glory. It's not in it. The soul. Talking about the soul, not the spirit. We're not talking about the omnipresent spirit. Through the Spirit, Jesus, he's both, but the soul is here in this fallen world. So what I'm saying is, when all this is said and done, okay, Jesus is going to enter back into the Father and be one with the Father again. That's how he's going to be glorified, because he's going to be part of the tree.
So I got another question. Are you done with me?
I'm answering your question. So, yeah.
So the soul of God is not omnipresent?
The soul of God was in Jesus's physical body.
I understand that,
Mhm.
but is it omnipresent?
No, it's not omnipresent.
Only the spirit.
Only the spirit. Because God is spirit, which means God is everywhere.
I understand the God is spirit part,
Mhm.
but isn't your soul, your being, who you are, your conscious state, like who you?
Yeah.
Isn't
Mhm.
that the soul of you? So
Yep.
isn't that the same way for God? At least that was my understanding. As anyway,
Yeah.
that your soul. All right. So I know God is spirit. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Right.
And I understand the difference between a spirit, a soul, and the body. But I also believe that his soul had omnipresence as well. So that's why I'm asking.
Now, the
you.
reason why you believe that is because God is spirit, soul, and body, and they're one. They're all one.
Right.
So
Yes,
so
correct.
right. So when the soul is in Jesus, and you're like, yeah, but God is still doing it. It's all through the spirit. But you're saying, no, it's through the soul too. So there's nothing in the Bible that's going to back up what you're saying there. Nope.
So his soul is never in more than one place.
It doesn't have to be. The
just-
spirit is. It doesn't have to be. The soul does not have to be everywhere. The spirit does that. The spirit. And they're one. They're one. So here comes the idea of conscience in a sense that the spirit cannot act out what the soul, they're one. They're glorified. They're one. Listen, this is a serious deal when it says that God humbled himself and came in the form or came as a servant, the way it says it. Humbled himself. It says it left his domain. It came out of his curtilage. And we're just going to act like it means nothing. So God came down here. The soul that was offered for us came down here, but the soul of God is still everywhere. No, that's why it's talking about him humbling himself. When it was down here, it was not everywhere. Absolutely not. It would completely ruin the gospel if God's soul is everywhere. And now, how is that humbling? There's no humble. But for him to get the soul and put it in that body and it's nowhere else but there, now it's humbled because now it has to talk to the Father that's in heaven. So this is why the argument continues, because the idea is he ain't talking to nobody because the soul's everywhere. Everything is everywhere. Absolutely not. Nope. The soul, God humbled his soul to go into that body, and that is the reason that he's talking to the Father, because the Father is up there, but his soul's down here.
Body there, soul here.
Yeah. So when it tells us that Jesus came out of the bosom of the Father, it did. Came out, went into that body, the last Adam body. Adam had his own soul, and Jesus had the soul of God in it. Now, if you're saying, does God have the power for his soul to be everywhere? Obviously, yes. But the humbling part is what I'm talking about, that he humbled himself and he went into that last Adam, and that soul that was in that body was only in one place on purpose for a very specific task, so it could be offered for us. It wasn't everywhere. It was right there. It had to be. Through God's legal system, it had to be in that body and nowhere else.
All right. So the soul of
Hold on, let me say this. Let me say this. AJ the barber, you don't agree with nothing I say. So I don't think anybody here is surprised with your multiple question marks. So, I don't even know why you come over here. All right.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's about the verse that is in John 3 that says, even the Son of Man, let me read it. And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. So right there, you're saying it's talking about.
All right, so let's go to the verse. Let's go. So you and Jay White texting. Okay, I'm gonna smash both of y'all. Let's
We're
go.
absolutely
Let's
not.
go. Let's
But
go.
I decided that Team Top.
All right, hold on.
All the
What's
time, I was about to throw my head in there.
You called us out. You called us out.
Mm-hmm.
I will be calling Nina today.
Yeah, I know, bro. I know. Don't worry. All right. What's the address?
It's John 3:13.
Okay. John 3, you said?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go. Let's go to John 3. John 3. Let's see. All right, so let's go to let's start at 3:1 because clearly y'all need some context. All right.
Listen.
It's okay. I'm here. I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand every day. I'll hold your hand every day.
Don't worry, Nina. Don't worry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
We'll get there. You're good.
Christian, you ain't getting me nowhere.
All right. We're gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there.
I'm gonna get you down in the chat. Chill. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Jesus by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher come from God. For no man can do these miracles that thou doest, except God be with him. Jesus answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of God. Nicodemus saith unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of flesh is flesh, that which is born of spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, you must be born again. The wind bloweth where it listeth, and hearest the sound thereof, but cannot tell whence it cometh and whither it goeth. So is everyone that is born of the Spirit.
Nicodemus right now, what is the context?
Just hit me right there.
What is the context right here?
Right there.
What's the context right here? He who is born in the Spirit.
Being born of the Spirit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, check it out. So now, we go all the way down. Mm-hmm. Let's go all the way down to 10. Start reading from 10.
All right, that would be the next sentence. Jesus answered and said unto him, Art thou a master of Israel and knowest not these things?
You don't know this, bro. How come you don't know? All right, so then 11.
Verily, verily, I say unto thee, we speak that we do know and testify that we have seen, and ye receive not our witnesses.
Watch this. You don't receive our witnesses. What are we reading in Isaiah? Witnesses, right?
Yeah.
So who's the witness? The Spirit beareth witness.
The Spirit.
So if you don't receive the witnesses, something's wrong, which means, Nicodemus, you need to be born again, my friend. All right, so let's go to 12.
All right. If I have told you earthly things and you believe not, how shall you believe if I tell you of heavenly things?
All right, keep going. The question 13.
Sorry, that was...
All right.
And no man hath ascended up to heaven, but he that came down from heaven, even the Son of Man, which is in heaven.
All right. Even the Son of Man, which is in heaven. So let me ask you, are we in heaven right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I understand it right now.
But the soul, is the soul in heaven? Is our soul in heaven?
Our soul?
No.
Right. So back to the first question.
All right, take a bow. He really nailed that. But go ahead.
Well, you got to explain it to me, Nina.
Don't worry. You'll get it.
Take a bow later.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get it.
All right. Listen.
What?
Listen, even with that being said, his soul is on earth. So, what was the question? What was you said that? Oh my God. I was asking you. Oh, when you said that his soul left and his spirit was in heaven, and then his soul had to go back to heaven to be. I forgot the question. I forgot what I asked you.
You asked if the soul was omnipresent, and if the soul is not omnipresent, then I brought up this verse to kind of break this down because I've always seen it that in a certain way that we see it, and so I kind of stuck now.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't the first question I asked. The first question was about the soul returning back to heaven. It was because he was saying the soul left heaven.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. It was something about the soul.
Your question was, is the soul omnipresent?
That was your question, Jay. You said,
is the soul here on earth and in heaven at the same time?
And
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I dealt with
And
this
Jay,
one.
you disagreed. Jay, you disagreed and said, no, the soul's up there too. It's omnipresent. And I said, no, it's not.
When you say I disagreed, it's kind of, I didn't disagree.
Yeah, you
lack
did.
of understanding.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I'm sorry. Was it a misunderstanding? Was it a misunderstanding, Jay?
It's like,
My bad. My bad, Jay. Was it a misunderstanding? I'm sorry.
I'm done for now.
Oh, Lord.
All right. No, seriously. Okay. So, all right. So, let me get back to before you asked if the soul was omnipresent. I was talking about, Jesus saying, glorify me like I was glorified with you before. That's where we were at, Jay, before all this. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's John 17.
Yeah. All right. So let me go back to. All right. Let me see. Isaiah 43:11. Yeah, I am the Lord, and beside me there is no Savior. 12, I have declared and have saved, and I have showed when there was no strange God among you. Therefore, ye are my witnesses, saith the Lord, that I am God. Yea, before the day was, I am he, and there is none that can deliver out of my hand. I will work, and who shall let it? Thus saith the Lord, your Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. For your sake I have sent to Babylon, and have brought down all their nobles and the Chaldeans, who cry is in the ships. Who cry is in the ships. What's the ship?
Vessels.
A vessel. Yeah. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. And it says, I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King. So up here, he says, no God was formed before me, now, nor shall it be after me, form, fashion. Jesus is Israel. So here, watch this. Where the heck did it go? 15. I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel. So which one is it? Did he form and fashion, or he's the Creator of Israel? How did he create Israel?
I'm gonna say he's formed and fashioned it.
well, that's right. But no, remember the example I gave about how how we kind of lied and we manipulated how you
orchestrated something.
Yeah. Well, again, that's I'm using manipulated. I'm using that, but in God's will, that's how He created Israel, like that, but not lying and manipulate. I'm just using those words like the way we like, wow, Jay, how did you meet that person? You know what I mean? Like, but through God's will, that's how Israel was created. You understand? The people, that's how the people were created, through His will. Again, not Okay, let me take, okay, I need this. All right, let me see. Okay, I need a welding rod. All right, I need to stitch that. And I created something. No. So like, y'all ever seen the movie with Tom Hanks when he's on that stranded island? What's that movie called?
Castaway.
Castaway. Yeah, Castaway. And he in the fire, he finally gets a fire to start, and he goes, "Look what I have created." Now let's tell the truth. Did he create fire? That's what he created. He created it.
Well,
He fashioned it. He formed it.
He formed. Right. So he played with the laws of heat. So that means fire's already here. But if you don't play with the laws, like how to get it here, it ain't gonna get here. But it's here. You just got to make things hot enough and the fire will start. But again, God spoke fire into this world. He spoke it. But we have to do something for it to arrive, to be here. But we can't say we created it, bro. Come on. You can't say that. You're just playing along with the rules, right? We have electricity in our houses. We didn't create electricity. We play by the rules. If you're standing again on a 20-story building and you jump off, gravity will take effect. You will hit the ground and you will die. We didn't create gravity, but we don't jump off buildings because we play by the rules. We get from point A to point B in a faster pace because we fly. How do we fly? If we didn't know the math for gravity, we wouldn't know how to properly defy gravity. So let's just say on another planet, bear with me, flat earthers or whatever. Let's just say on another planet, they have gravity too. Like they say on the moon, there's gravity, but there's so little of it that if you push too hard, you might jump into space, right? Ain't that what they say? Right?
I'm not sure. I'm not a diehard.
Yeah, she'll be just
okay. But that's what they.
CJ, that question is for you.
But that's what they say. They say that the gravity is so minute on the moon that if you jump too hard, you'll be floating in space and you'll go meet Thor in his hammer or something, or whatever they claim is out there, right?
You will go meet you'll meet the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
So
you're gonna go meet the Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, but what I'm saying is the airplane that we have here in this world, you understand? I'm talking about a B-57 or whatever the heck they're called. What are they called? Or people, what are the big ones?
B-52s?
Oh, no, what? No, that's a bomber. No, I'm talking about we transport people in, bro. United Airlines. What are those big planes called? They got a number.
Oh, those are 757s.
Okay, 750. If you took a 757 and you put that on the moon, it is not going to defy gravity the same way. It's not. You'd have to create a different kind of plane. It's not the same thing. You understand what I'm trying to say? So playing with the rules is the kind of created that it's talking about here, that he created Israel. If Israel is a people and not just a physical land, if it's a people and you go, well, he's God, he created everything. If I have, I hope I don't, but if I have to go back and show you how all those people got here, it was because God spoke. He spoke these things into existence, right? So he said, be fruitful and multiply. So people having relations, right? Male and female having relations and having babies, 100% he created that whole system. But he didn't take everybody with like multiple objects and create like that. It was through his word they created, right? So right now, every year, an apple tree gives apples, right? Every year, correct? And I understand sometimes they don't do it every year. You get the point I'm making. But he doesn't have to like take multiple objects, do some welding and stitching, and then another apple comes out. He's not crocheting every apple in heaven and they pop up on a tree, right? Correct?
Correct.
Okay,
And
so
they do seasons.
he already spoke seed of its kind into existence. So through his sovereignty, through his word, these things are created, but not in the sense that every time another fruit or a chicken is an egg is laid into this world, he's crocheting each egg and each person and each animal. No. He already spoke.
Right, like he's not micromanaging.
No,
right?
he's not. He's not micromanaging. Right. The system is doing what he spoke it to do. It's doing it, but it's through his sovereignty and it's through his will that it's happening. So why am I bringing all that up? Because here, 15, I am the Lord, your Holy One, the creator of Israel, your king. The creator of Israel, your king. How is Israel our king? So if it's not put together that Jesus is Israel, if you can't see any of that, then this verse right here ain't gonna make any sense. So if you say that Jesus is the king, notice what it says. It says, create the creator of Israel, your king. And you're like, oh, so is Jesus God? Yes. Oh, so your God was created? That's how they're gonna read that. Jesus was created, but not that way, bro. He wasn't created like God took multiple things and like built him. Like out of thin air creation. God just created something. Not like that. The way I went over it is the way that it's what I'm talking about. It was through his sovereignty and through his will that the Messiah was able to come. That kind of way. That's how he created it, like that. But it was all through him. So it was by faith that these people from Abraham on, I just want to be there. From Abraham on, it was through that is what brought the Savior. That's what brought the Messiah, our King. It was through that system. All right. I feel like I explained that enough. All right. Thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea and a path in the mighty waters. So now it's talking about the king, the creator of Israel, your king. Thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea. What's the sea in the Bible? So we're talking about the king, Israel, the king, which maketh a way through the sea. What's the sea?
Sea of murmuring. This world, the place where you fish men out of.
Yeah, it's the sea. The sea is talking about where all men are. The sea. That's what it's talking about.
It's where the Goyim are at.
That's what this dude, man. All the Catholics, Andre.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he should have said all the Catholics.
Stop it.
Dre, bro, man, I swear, bro. I swear, you know what? When we get to heaven, hey, there's gonna be 2 Catholics beside Dre and one in front of him. That's gonna be his buddies while he's eating at the dinner table.
They're gonna put him right up under him, or put him up under them.
No. They'll be sitting right beside him. They'll be sitting right beside him.
They'll be crypto Jews. That's what they are. They're crypto Jews.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, never mind. I'll say, never mind.
Just remember, Trod, you got to pray to the patron saint of weightlifting.
Yo, Dre, you're gonna be in between Coptic and this guy. What's his name? And Kapora.
Well, I know Coptic is making that. I don't know about Kapora. We'll see about him. Yeah. The jury's still out on Kapora.
Yeah. All right, so 16, thus saith the Lord, says, okay, because it's talking about, it says, the creator of Israel, your king, thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea. So the sea is where all the people are, and it says, maketh a way. What's the way?
The door, Jesus.
Jesus is the way. So Jesus made a way in the sea, right? So now there's a way to get out of the sea, correct? right?
Yes.
All right. So it says, "Maketh the way in the sea and a path in the mighty waters, which bringeth forth the chariot and horse." What's the chariot and horse? What is that? Oof. No.
It's what came down to get Ezekiel.
Okay, but what is it?
What we say it, the chariot is a vessel, kind of like the ships.
All right, well, let's say that's true. Then what's the horse then?
I got one part, y'all got the other.
Listen to this. Oh. Anybody?
Dang, y'all just super quiet. Not even gonna try to take a guess.
Nobody? Huh? But everybody reads Revelation.
All
They don't
right.
know what the horse is.
Is the horse representing how would I say this? Like the fighter, how do we say that? The captain of the Lord's army.
All right, so let me read it again.
Okay.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but let me just read it again. All right. It says, "I am the Lord, your Holy One, the Creator of Israel, your King, thus saith the Lord, which maketh a way in the sea, and a path in the mighty waters," semicolon, by the way, "which bringeth forth the chariot and horse." So it's the Lord that's bringing the chariot and the horse right here. Right? Comma, chariot and the horse, the army and power, they shall lie down together. They shall not rise. They are extinct. They are quenched as tow. Quenched as tow, like a fire. Okay. Oh, let me see if I can find. Let me find this verse real quick. What is this? I have no idea what that is. Come on, don't do that.
All right, I'm gonna try something real quick. So would this be like representing the way, the truth, and the light, like Jesus, the body, the soul, and the spirit?
Is what representing that?
The horse, the chariot, and the fire.
The horse, the chariot, and the fire are representing what now?
The way, the truth, and the light.
That's not wrong, actually. It's not wrong. No, that's not wrong to say that. Right? Okay, so Revelation 19, Jesus comes on a white horse, right?
Yeah, and that's named truth.
Yeah, where's he going? Where's he going?
Earth.
He's going to earth. Right? So Paul says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, right?
Right.
But the war is on earth, though. Right? So the enemy in this world is what? Like, give me like names or words, or what's the enemy here?
Satan.
Satan is the enemy, but he uses what?
The carnal mind, the flesh.
The flesh, carnal mind, pride, right?
Darkness.
That's what he uses. So because Jesus is both Son of Man and Son of God, because he's both, he can declare war on both, right?
Correct.
Right. So he does it on a horse because the horse is symbolizing the might and power and strength he has down here. And he himself represents the might, strength, and power in heaven. But he's the only one that ascends and descends. So the horse is symbolizing, in a way, the earthly dominion that he has. So the fact that he's on a white horse, when you're understanding the Bible, it's you cannot deny what he's representing. You can't, because he has both. He's coming from heaven, but he's coming from heaven on a horse. So when the rabbinical Jews were not receiving Jesus as the Messiah, it's because they wanted him physically to be on a horse and destroy the Romans. He's not going to be on a physical horse. He's on a horse, but the horse that he's on is just showing that he is both Son of Man, Son of God, and he has power and dominion and authority in both areas. That's why he comes from the heaven on a horse. Right? And so in the book of Revelation, you have different color horses. Well, you should know what white represents, okay? And then there's two of everything in the Bible. So just because you see something white doesn't mean it's good. Okay? I'll just say
leprosy, right?
Right, like leprosy shows up as white. Right? All right, so it says which bringeth forth chariot and horse, vessel and power. Says the army and the power, which it says it there anyway, they shall lie down together. They shall not rise. They are extinct. They are quenched as a tow. Remember ye not the former things, neither consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? I will even make a way in the wilderness. So what's the difference between the sea and the wilderness? Anybody? Because he made a way in the sea. Now he's going to make a way in the wilderness.
So the sea is the world, right?
Uh-huh.
The murmurings, and the wilderness is like the dry, desolate.
Yeah, but what's the difference between the two?
place.
So if the
One
sea
has water,
if
one
the,
doesn't.
okay, but
No,
if
just
if the sea is the world, is it dry and desolate?
It is.
Okay, so then what's the difference between the sea and the wilderness? Anybody know? Does anybody know? What's the difference?
Nobody wants to shoot their shot on this one.
Nobody?
When Jesus went to the wilderness.
Yeah, but what's the difference between the sea and the wilderness? The sea and the wilderness. What's the difference?
I don't think there is any, but I'm probably wrong.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
The sea is man and the wilderness is Satan.
Well, that's not wrong. That's not wrong. Anybody else?
The wilderness.
I was going to say shaky. It's on shaky. It's shaky. I said shaky ground in the comments, but it's. I'm thinking something along the lines of like double-minded.
All right. Anybody else?
Eric
So
said,
if you're
"What
in
is
the
life in
wilderness,
it?" Okay, go ahead.
yeah, if you're in the wilderness, you're dry and desolate. So there is no life,
Okay, so
right?
if the sea is representing the world, is the world dry and desolate?
Okay, well, it was, but now we're in it.
The sea, the believers, the believers.
No, the sea is what we get pulled out of. So
it's the
Maybe the wilderness is Sheol.
We have his presence. We have the spirit here in this world. And if you're in the wilderness, maybe you don't. I don't know.
all right, so it says he makes a way in the sea. A way for what?
Men to be fished out of it.
Salvation.
Okay, to be saved. And he says he makes a way in the desert.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Okay, he is the Almighty. They're both the same.
Ah, there you go. Titles matter. Guys, remember, Jesus is the Lamb, the Redeemer, the root, the vine, right? Is a lamb and a vine the same thing in this world?
Nope.
If I go look at a lamb and I go look at a vine, are they the same in this world?
No.
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 If I go look at a sea and go look at a desert beside it, are they the same thing?
No.
No. But in God's world, they're the same. The sea and the desolate land is the same thing. They both are representing where fallen men are. Because the sea is the loud, boistering murmurings of a man. It's the peace that a fallen man does not have. And the desert is just pointing out that they have no living water. It's the same thing, but the titles matter. So it's talking about the same thing, but it's just a different title. That's it. So a sea, when the sea is being talked about, CJ, what the heck, bro? When the sea is being talked about, it's referring to a man that has no peace, no trust in God. That's what the sea is referring to. The dry, desolate land, it's not pointing to no peace. That's not what it's pointing to. It's pointing to no living water. But it's the same thing. It's still talking about the same thing. Because if you have Christ, you have peace. If you have Christ, you have living water. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So remember not, let's see, I'm doing a new thing. Make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. What rivers? What rivers is he bringing to the desert?
Rivers of living water.
Right, which are what rivers?
His word.
Rivers from Eden.
Rivers from Eden. Rivers from Eden. Those are the rivers. Remember, one river in Eden turned to how many rivers?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned to 4. One river, which is representing the spirit, it turns to 4. Turns to 4. Spirit, soul, and body, and man. Spirit, soul, and body, and man. I ain't got time to go through that, but that's what it's talking about. All right, let's see.
Nope, we're going through all 22 episodes right now.
Better not. All right. What the heck? Where'd I go? Oh. Yeah, and rivers in the desert. It says, the beast of the field shall honor me. What's the beast of the field? So all the monkeys and lions and giraffes are going to honor God now?
Man is the beast of the field.
Man is
the beast of the field. Man is the beast of the field. Okay. Matter of fact, Christian, write that down. Isaiah 43, 20.
Yeah.
Isaiah 43:20, the beast of the field, or just write that down. And then put right there, man is the beast of the field in 20, right? It says, the beast of the field shall honor me, the dragons and the owls, because I give waters in the wilderness and rivers in the desert to give drink to my people, my chosen. All right. And this is where people will say, no, bro, the beasts are the beasts, and the people, look, he separates them. I don't know, like, when you're going to get it, that there's a reason he separates them like that. There's a reason Jesus is called the Lamb, the Vine. There's a reason all these names are given to one thing. There's a reason for it. This is what causes man that are in their flesh to not understand what this thing is talking about. All right, so we'll pick it up. We might as well finish out 43, might as well. And we'll pick it up Monday. We will pick it up Monday. And let me see.
Jennifer asked that question not too long back, about a year ago. What is the owls and the dragons?
Huh?
Yeah. We went over the owls and the dragons right there in 20.
Oh, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I've gone over it multiple times. I don't know. All right, guys, we are done. Oh, my bad, buddy. We are done.
I think you did it in Revelation.
Huh? What?
I think your question was from Revelation.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it was or what. All right, guys, we will.
Everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah, have an awesome weekend, and we will start at Isaiah 43:20, and that might take a day or two. I don't know. We will see, but we will see y'all Monday
Christian,
morning.
you wrote that down? You wrote that down?
Yeah, y'all got that? Y'all see?
I wrote down a Friday 2-for-1.
No, they're asking if you wrote down Isaiah 43.
20, man is the beast of the
No, Christian, did you write down Isaiah 43 verse 20? Did you write it down? Yes or no?
Yep.
Okay, y'all heard that? He said yes. I don't want to hear no confusion.
Right, we are your witness.
I don't want to hear it.
We
and we testify. All right, guys. We see y'all Monday morning. God bless.
God bless.